Okay, this is something I have been trying to talk about forever, but it gets me hot. It's a topic that just I find endlessly frustrating and enraging and annoying and also I hadn't quite narrowed in on the major issue. So for context, I've done some videos about jealousy and white women and jealousy, etc., etc. This is sort of a mix of a pop culture, yeah, it is pop culture media literacy for sure. All right. Colorism. Now, I've been watching, or I was trying to watch Superman and Lois, season 3. I watched season 1, I watched season 2, and Greg Berlanti has a whiteness issue. You know, he executive executive produces mainly black casts or multiracial casts, but the things for his shows that he writes, they are extremely white. They're extremely white, and it kind of shows the egregiousness of it. Because I'm not, and here's the weird thing that I'm gonna say, and I'm not gonna, because this isn't about like bashing Berlanti. This is about the strength of this aesthetic, like how essential it is, how critical, how central it is to casting when it comes to casting black women. So right now I'm watching the show Found, which is, it's an okay show. It's interesting. I like it fine. I like it a lot. It's not Scandal, but then what is? I'm like waiting for my next Scandal, right? Anyway, when it comes to colorism on television, here's what I see. Berlanti, I had to stop watching. There have been, so far in season 3, I think 4 black women that were either guest roles of significance or series regulars, or who have become series regulars or semi-regulars or whatever. And each and every one of those women is light-skinned. They could pass the paper bag test with flying colors. They're almost even like the same skin tone. Every single one of them is light-skinned. There's like one dark-skinned black woman who works at the firehouse, but she is basically glorified set dressing. She comes in, she's practically an extra. And here's the thing that is so weird about that, because it's not that Greg Berlanti doesn't have access to like black talent. Like, it's not that he doesn't know that there are dark-skinned black women out there who are great actors, because he's also the executive producer for Black Lightning. He was also the guy who's currently executive producing Found. And he's done, I'm pretty sure, I keep feeling like there's one other show where the cast was either mostly black or very multicultural, with plenty of dark-skinned women in it. So it isn't that he doesn't have access to the talent pool. It's that when he is doing his mainstream, his white shows, he is choosing light-skinned black women for the major roles, and even for the major guest role. There was this one episode where there was a judge who, she was only in it, she gave us a major plot point. She was in it for that moment, and I don't, as far as, since before I stopped watching, I never saw her again. Light-skinned. There's absolutely no reason for this woman to be light-skinned. And I have been thinking about this, and I've been working through this, and I understand that casting, like everything that you see on screen, is tested. From the hairstyles, to the racial makeup of the cast, to the complexions of the casts. Everything is tested using focus groups and surveys, etc., etc. Nothing is accidental. I promise you. If you see something on the screen, if you see a person on the screen, somewhere on someone's desk is a sheet of paper, or in someone's or an email that dictates that person look pretty much exactly as they do. They do not leave these things to chance. So the fact that dark-skinned black women have been all but erased from public life when it comes to television is intentional. And it will be really easy in this moment to talk about the patriarchy and all this, but that's not it. Colorism exists for white women. It exists to placate your vanity, your jealousy, your fear of being supplanted by black women. I'm going to say it again. Colorism on American television exists for white women. Any woman that is supposed to be considered, who's either supposed to be considered young and beautiful, sexually viable, if she is going to be a companion, not like the sassy best friend, but the antagonist or the not the antagonist, but the opposite number, so to speak, as in the case of in Superman and Lois, the wife of Mannheim, the big baddie, is someone that she gets to know and becomes friends with during her treatments. Not only is that girl light skinned, but she's not even black. She's like Bangladeshi. She's not like, is it Bangladeshi? Bangladesh she comes from? No. I'm getting it wrong. Starts with an M. I think she's Malaysian. But her career has been playing black women. She spent a lot of her career playing black women. So this is not an accident. And then the question becomes, why? Who is it that is so offended by the idea of young, beautiful, chocolate-skinned women on the screen? What segment of society? Well, there are going to be the racists, but they're not going to be happy with light-skinned women either. Yeah, they might be able to go, okay, well, she's nearly white. They don't care about that. She's not white. So who are they trying to please when they put a beautiful light-skinned woman on the screen on a show that is likely to be watched by a white woman or by white people? I'll be back.